Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to learn or solve the core maths 2025 question where we take two of the questions, question 2 and 3. For those of you that have not yet subscribed, do well to subscribe to be part of the community. I appreciate your presence. Thank you. So first, a worker Abu invested some amount in two accounts. So we identify that it's what? Two accounts which pay 11% and then 10% simple interest annually. The amount invested at 11% is 140% of the amount invested at 10%. Okay. After 3.5 years, he earned a total of 22,580.60% at as interest. How much was invested at what? 11%. So let's look at this. Okay. We see that. Let's put our solution here. You first identify that what? Two accounts were created. Okay. So it means that we have account A and then account B. Maybe account A and then that of what? Account B. Account B. Okay. Now for account A, let's first put the relation. Our interest is equal to our principal times the rate and then the time. So where I know that my P is equal to the principal, which is the initial amount invested, and then my R is equal to the rate, and then that is the annual interest rate, yeah, and then the T, which is our time, mostly in years. This is in years. Okay, so first you see that for both accounts we need to identify their principal, their rate, and then the time for both accounts. Okay, so we first put over here my account A. This is my account A, and then this is my account B. Okay, so let's put it over here. Okay, for my simple interest for my account A, I'm going to get what? My principal. The same, I'm going to get my rate. So I'm going to get what? That is my annual interest rate, and then my time. In the same way, I'm going to get the same information for my account B, which is here. This is my principal, my rate, and then that of my time. Okay, but from the question we know that the time is the same for both accounts. So this is 3.5 years. All right. Since the time is 3.5 years, 3.5 years is the same as 7/2, which is equal to 3.5 years. Okay. So 3.5 years is for both. So here, my time is 3.5 years. And then here as well, my time is 3.5 years. Alright, so let's look at the rate. What differs the account is the rate. The first one, it pays what the interest rate annually for the first one is 11%. So for the 11%, which is this one, 11%. And this 11% is like 11/100, which is equal to, this is what? 11, sorry, this is 11/100, which is equal to what? 0.11. Okay, so here I have what? 0.11. For the second one is 10%. So since it's 10%, which is the same as what? 10/100, which is 0.1. So here is 0.1. So let's take this off and then proceed. Okay, but let's look at the amount invested here. The amount invested at what? 11%, but 11% is what? Is the second one. Sorry, is the first one. Amount invested at 11%. Okay, the amount invested at 11%, which is the principal. First one, the principal here, which is for A, which is at 11%, is what? Is equal to 140% of the amount invested at what? 10%. But the 10% is account B. So it means that 140 times what? The amount invested in account B, which is what? Principal for the second one. So if we don't know for P for the second one, so here let's assume that, okay, the amount invested in P, we don't know. So we say, okay, let that be X. This is the unknown amount invested at P. But what then is the amount invested at A? This is the relation, is what? 140%. Okay, so this is 140% of the unknown here. So this is going to be equal to what? 140 over 100 times my X, which is the same as what? 1 point. This is 1.4x. Okay, so here we are going to have that the principal for the account A is 1.4x. Okay, so from this we can now draw or conclude. Okay, so then we now proceed. What then will be my interest for the account A? The interest that Abu gets on the account A, which is at what? 11%. This is for account A. This is equal to what? My 1.4x times my 0.11, which is the rate, annual interest rate, times my time, which is 3.5. When you do or put all this together, you should get 0.539x. Okay. Then let's look for that of account B. For my account B, this should be equal to my x times 0.1 times 3.5. Alright. And this is going to be equal to 0.35. 0.35x. So, okay. So, since this is the interest for A, account A, and then the interest for account B, then I can now find my total interest on both accounts. So this will be equal to my IA plus my IB, which is equal to 0.539x plus 0.35x. And this should be equal to 0.889x. Okay. So this is equal to 0.889x, which is actually the total interest on both accounts. But the question further gives us information on that. He earned a total of what? 22,580.60 pesos as the interest. So this is the total. So it means that we have to equate this to this guy, which is equal to 22.580.60 pesos. This is actually in cedis. This should be equal to 0.889x. So we make our x the subject here, where my x will be 22.580.60 pesos all over 0.889. Okay, where my x will now be, so we divide this, we are going to get 25,400 cedis. But this, the x, is actually what? The initial amount invested in account B, which is what? The initial amount invested at what? The interest rate at 10%. But the question is asking how much was invested at what? 11%, which is actually the account A. But our account A is having the initial amount to be invested to be what? 140% of that of B, which is the same as 1.4 times x. So my account A, which is at 11%, is equal to my 1.4. My interest in my principal at B is equal to what? 1.4 times my x, where my x is now 25,400 cedis. Okay, which is going to be, and put that into calculator, we are going to get 35,560 cedis. 560 cedis. So this is the amount that he invested in the first account, or the account with the interest rate of 11%. So we then proceed to the second question. So Mr. Brown builds a rainwater collection system in the shape of a hemispherical tank of radius 2 meters to irrigate a 500 meter square farm. Each square meter of the farm requires 5 liters of water. Determine with a mathematical statement if a full tank of water would be sufficient to irrigate the farm. Our pi is given to be 22 and 7. So this as well, is, so now let's identify the tank that Mr. Brown built, which is in a hemispherical container. So let's use a hemisphere, not drawn to scale. This it's my rough hand. So this, you have been given the radius. So the radius over here is 2 meters. Okay. But what is the volume of a hemisphere? The volume of a hemisphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. But this is a container holding the water, so it's like it has been cut. Okay. So half of this will be what? The volume. This is the volume of a hemisphere. So the volume of the container, so V of the C of the container, should be half of this times 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay. So the volume is going to be equal to what? 2 over 3 pi r cubed. So this is actually our volume of the container. So this will be the total amount of water that this container can hold. Okay, so let's see. We have been given the radius, so we can calculate the volume of this container in figures. So this is going to be equal to 2 on 3 times 22 on 7 times my radius, which is 2 to the power 3. But this is equal to 2 on 3 times my 22 on 7 times my 8. Okay, so what is this going to give me? This is going to give me 352 on 21 meter scale. Okay, now we have to identify that this is the water. Each square meter of the farm requires what? 50 liters of water. So this is in meters cubed. We have to change it to what? Into liters. Changing that into liters, we know that 1 meter cube is equal to what? 1000 liters. Is equal to 1000 liters. So we have to change that, which means that our 352 over 21 meter squared times what? This is going to be times 1000 liters. Okay, and this should be equal to when we do this with the cancellation, our total liter will now be 16,000. This will be 16,761.9 liters. So this is 0.9 liters. So this is what we are going to get, 0.9 liters. Okay, now we have been told that so let's say each square meter of the farm requires 50 liters of this. Okay, so in a shape of a hemispherical tank of radius 2 meters to irrigate what? 500 meter square farm. So the area of the farm is what? 500 meter square farm. If that is a 500 meter square farm, so we can identify that maybe this is a farm that is actually in a square form. Okay, so this is just my square, but the area of this is what? Is rectangle. Let's put that well here. Okay, all right, but the area of this, so this is my farm, the area of this is given to us to be what? 500 meters square. This is 500 meters square, but they say that each square meter of the farm requires 50 liters. So each of this, so each one square, this is 500 of the squares. Okay, but we are being given that what? Each square requires 50 liters. It means that 50 liters is sufficient for what? Just 1 square meter. This is just 1 square meter. So if you want to get the liter sufficient for 500 meters square, we multiply this with what? The 50 liters over here. So this is going to be my 50 liters times my 500 meter square. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 25. So this is going to be equal to 25,000 liters. 25,000. Yeah, exactly. 25,000 liters. So it means that we need 25,000 liters, or 25,000 liters of water is sufficient for the farm. But what did we identify earlier? The tank can only hold 16,761.9 liters. But the farm actually needs what? 25,000 liters. So this is telling us that, so we can see that our 16,761.9 liters is actually less than the 25,000 liters that we are getting. This is actually less than. So to form the statement on this, we can say that, okay, no, all right, no, a full tank will not be sufficient. So no, so let's put that there. No, a full tank will not be what? Sufficient. Will not be sufficient for the farm. Okay. Since we have now realized that the amount that our container can hold, the amount of liters of water that our container can hold is less than what? The total amount of liters that our farm is in need of, or to be sufficient for the irrigation of our crops. Thank you.